How did you know I was here? Yes, I am. Oh, you were checking the systems, I see. Checking the cams. You folks? It doesn't matter how she addresses us. Where am I going? I understand.
Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Shikue sent us a psi crane. See if you can get an aerial visual. This is an emergency. We need to find where the star skiff crashed as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There. That must be who Miss Shikue asked us to save. We need to hurry. Those abominations have trapped her. Be careful.
Hey, get out of here! It's too dangerous! Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission. Tell them Qingni is in trouble.
Nah, listen, we're from the Skyfaring Commission, technically. It's fine, we got this.
Don't worry, Miss Qingni. We've been in worse danger. There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
We're not leaving. We're fine, we got this.
No can do, Miss Qingni. We're not abandoning you.
Wait, you think we can't take him? We're not abandoning you, okay?
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand.
Thank you, Madam Yukong.
Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage! Hold on, Qingni. We're coming to get you!
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Qingni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety. As her mother, I couldn't sit idly by.
Hey, that explains some things.
Qingni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
She was trying to help.
Thank you, benefactors.
No need, Miss Qingni. It was nothing.
I mean, it wasn't that easy. It was more just a mob.
You flatter me. This is a Skyfaring Commission affair, yet the two of you had to put yourselves in harm's way. I am ashamed. It was because of both of you that Qingni escaped unscathed. Words cannot express my gratitude. In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea. it is about time we knew each other better.
I mean, we would have helped regardless of who it was, and we didn't know she was your daughter at the time. But sure, we can come for tea.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong. We would be honored.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qingni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you. Allow me to apologize once again on her behalf.
Ugh, you always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out what actually happened.
Then, you know, you can always leave the scolding until we're gone instead of doing it in front of other people.
It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could...
You promised me, Qingni. We shall discuss this when we return. Please excuse us, benefactors. I look forward to our meeting.
I didn't know Yukong had that side to her.
You mean a scary mom?
You have a unique way of putting things. But you're not wrong. Appearances seemingly tell us little about the lives of the Xianzhou's leaders, no matter how long those lives may have been. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Only then was it clear that she, too, is somebody's mother.
I feel like you relate.
Yes. After all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework and whether their lunch is healthy enough. But there's something I don't understand. Yes, Qingni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, Yukong's reaction suggests that there was something more. Anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Best not to keep Yukong waiting.
To the palace!
Let's avoid sudden exclamations like that once we're in the palace.
I understand time and place, Welt, okay? I'm not gonna start shouting inside the Palace of Astrum. It's fine.
Remember, this is no field trip. We're having tea with the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission. We'll need to act with diplomatic decorum.
Yes, Dad.
All right, let's head out before it gets late.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life!
Well, that sounds absolutely pleasant, doesn't it?
You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. That job doesn't suit me.
Might I remind you, too, that this is still technically a public space, and maybe you shouldn't be arguing here, where everyone can hear you.
I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius, like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
I told you we'd be early. Listen, she didn't state a time. We just came. But yeah, sorry, I guess. Although, again, you could have been arguing in private somewhere. But sorry.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. You probably heard a thing or two just now.
A little hard not to, yeah.
Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. I may seem overbearing, but the situation she gets herself into sent a shiver up my tail. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. I thought I'd forgotten what fear was. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. Talking about such vexing matters is unbecoming in front of guests. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must try this excellent whale tide spring.
I am assuming that that is a type of tea.
Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter. I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but I wasn't prepared for how much I could learn from you.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope to witness your flying ability for myself one day. We'll head off now. The Commission must be busy. I look forward to our next meeting, Madam Yukong.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang. The sky no longer suits me. Looks like you still wish to talk. Seems our every meeting is accompanied by an incident of some sort. I hope I can meet the Astral Express crew under better circumstances next time.
If you want to do that, then you have to extend an invitation just on some random day of the week as a friendly get-together, instead of only talking to us when we happen to run into it on the streets, which would be because there was an incident.
You two, please, wait. Thank you for saving me, benefactors. And I'm sorry you had to witness all that. So you've experienced it yourself, benefactor. That's great. I mean, I'm happy I finally found someone who can understand me.
I mean, I can't say I have experienced it. It depends on who you would consider my parents and, you know, whether or not I've argued with them before. So, maybe in my past life before my computer regeneration, but, not now. I could just sympathize. I understand.
But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom still insists on sheltering me under her wing, as if I can't even stay alive without her.
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient and persistent, like water. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Qingni?
Yeah, I don't really have the qualifications to talk about parenting. I'm just gonna leave this to Welt.
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Star Watcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky, I feel empty inside. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? Good?
Apparently it smelled pretty good. Yeah.
I've been so angry today I forgot to eat anything. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskiff Haven. We can try the most authentic snack on the Lafu. We're here! The thing about the most authentic snack on the Cienja Lafu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine.
By a snack, I mean more drinks.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the money for anything fancy.
That's okay. It's fine. We don't need fancy.
Here, mung bean soda. 1 can each. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor, but I love it.
Let me try. A nostalgic experience.
Oh, is there a drink like this where you're from?
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
So, in other words, I think Wells is saying that it's kind of disgusting.
How is it? Bearable?
I have no idea. Are you sure this isn't a punishment? Well, guess what? I can do it. I can drink it.
Whoa! I've never met a traveler who could down a mung bean soda like that.
I mean, my taste buds might be broken, so...
But I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Just like flying. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, I know a really great place in Starskiff Haven to Starskiff watch.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Sure, that's true.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, you can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job. But I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Xianzhou Alliance across the vast galaxy.
It is probably pretty rough when, like, the one thing you want to do is something that your parents have done, but your parents are like, that is absolutely the only thing you are never allowed to do. Because it's like, why are you allowed to do it and not me?
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Jingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy star skiff,
They'll become a toy salesman.
that's right. Mom reached for the star skiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. That's how she became a fighter pilot. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barissan anti-aircraft fire, like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. She also holds the Skyfaring Commission records for speed and enemy vessels destroyed. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her for as long as I can remember.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image can influence their whole life.
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a star skiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a star skiff and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. Turns out I was as talented as she was. Not only did I survive the flight, my landing was perfect. I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary.
You did steal a star skiff, so, you know, even if she was excited about your skills, you did still steal a star skiff.
I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a star skiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky. It's Mom's secretary, Miss Sequay. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargazer Navalia when she came to save me. Miss Sequay suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it might help me get back in her good books.
In Stargazer Navalia? Let's go with you and have a look.
Is it really okay to bother you two again?
But it's not like we have any plans.
Sorry. Please don't mention the mung bean soda again.
I said I liked it. I might have been lying, but...
The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like, Miss Jingni?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise.
Isn't combat my expertise? Isn't solving puzzles my expertise, Wilt? Who do you think I am, huh? I mean, I'm pretty sure that hitting things with my baseball bat is my expertise, but I guess this is kind of like looking for trash, and I love trash.
You're a great fighter, but your perception is even more impressive. No matter how well a treasure chest is hidden, you're always able to spot it.
He's like, you gotta use those treasure gremlin powers of yours, okay? Find it.
So, when it comes to finding a needle in a haystack, is there really anyone more capable than yourself?
I'll take that as a compliment, Wilt.
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside. Is this the hunt crest? This is what pilots hang in their Starskiff cockpits for good luck.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think you should return this trinket in person. This is an opportunity for the two of you to talk.
Not yet. I want to go back later. There's something I hope you two can help me with first.
That depends on if it's something that's gonna make Yukong really angry at us.
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult. It's not easy to solve a family dispute as an outsider.
No, you misunderstand. I just want to know what she's thinking. What turned an ace pilot, someone who loved to fly, into someone like her? My mom clearly misses her flying days, otherwise she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to let me become a fighter pilot. Why?
Maybe we can ask some people who might know the truth.
Yeah, like the general?
Well, the General's been busy at the seat of Divine Foresight recently. We might not get to see him right away. Still, it's worth a try. He was the one who promoted Helmmaster Yukong. He probably knows more about her past than anyone.
Busy, but he loves talking to us.
General Jing Yuan? Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him? Oh, right. You're the General's guests. Even so, this is asking a lot of you.
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why Helmmaster Yukong no longer flies, we might be able to find out why she doesn't want you to be a fighter pilot. We can't help you too directly, but an indirect conversation like this might give us a clue on how to convince your mother.
Do we really know him that well? Yes. Okay, we're on great terms. It's fine. We're going.
Yes, leave it to us.
In that case, thank you so much, benefactors. I'll head back to Starskiff Haven. I'm not ready to return to the Skyfaring Commission yet.
Mr. Yang, and you? What brings you to the seat of Divine Foresight this time?
So this might be kind of weird, but we wanted to ask about Yukong.
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to understand Helmmaster Yukong a little better.
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a starskiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. She was only saved thanks to a couple of travelers. On behalf of the Law Fu, you have my thanks once again. The seat of Divine Foresight heard that Yukong seldom seen but often fierce temper was on display. I believe the two of you were caught between mother and daughter.
Yeah, that's about the sum of it.
We heard that Helmmaster Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that she refuses to let her daughter embark on the same career.
Yukong herself is best placed to answer such questions.
I mean, sure, but I don't think she wants to.
But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helmmaster Yukong would decline to answer.
Yep.
If you wish to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from the topic at hand. What do you wish to know about Yukong the pilot? Oh, this is a divine object from the Rainbow Arbiter? Where did you find this?
Yeah, sure. He's really gonna believe we just picked it up on the side of the road. We've been touching stuff that doesn't belong to us again.
This object has been stored inside Helmmaster Yukong's personal trinket all along. Miss Qingni lent it to us. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past and why she no longer flies.
This object is no ordinary trinket. It has borne witness to blood and tears. I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the Denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too as the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive lines. They pushed the Xianzhou to the brink of disaster. 30 years ago, the Xianzhou Yaoqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the Denizens of Abundance, that air battle was one of the most tragic. We were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those who survived numbered no more than 100,000.
Yeah, those are some very hefty losses.
Had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Luofu would still be here today? Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, these relics contain the blood of their comrades, the ashes of their enemies, and the dust of their memories. Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend, Cai, perished on the battlefield.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, General.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helmmaster Yukong's reluctance to fly, nor do I want to open up old wounds. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Yukong and Cai trusted each other with their lives. The Helmmaster will have strong memories of that time. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past, as the past is starting to affect her future.
Thank you very much for the assistance.
Thank you, General. We apologize for taking up your time with such triviality.
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality? If you ask me, the mountains of documents and the seat of divine foresight are the only triviality around here.
God, I wish I had less paperwork to do, he says. Paperwork day in and day out.
We'll take our leave. Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven and find Jingni.
Oh, something else on your mind? Did Jingni tell you any of this? It all serves to remind me. A long time ago, a young Foxian girl, charged by the Knights with a high-speed flight violation, was brought before me as punishment. Now, she's the Madam Helmmaster, my equal. If I were to turn back the sands of time and try to convince my past self that the little girl in front of me would one day become a wise and experienced Helmmaster, I would have probably never have believed it. The Yukong of the past was nothing like she is now, spending her days surrounded by documents at her desk. She was a flaming wind. The only one who could ever calm her was her comrade. Yes, large fighter starskiffs need to be operated in pairs. One pilot takes the helm, the other controls the turrets. The legend of the ace fighter pilot is incomplete without the ace gunner. Yukong's partner was Sai. Both at the controls and behind the turret. Sai was like a cold blade, efficient, decisive, unfeeling when she had to be. It's hard to imagine such contrasting personalities working in perfect harmony. As I mentioned, the campaign inflicted heavy losses on the Cienjo Air Force.
You're here. My mom isn't in a great mood. She went for a walk. Probably because of me.
You two are very similar.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskiff Haven and she heads to the other. That way, we don't bump into each other.
I mean, it's good to have a set sort of boundary line, because if you're mad at each other and you're taking a walk to try and cool off to not fight so much, then you don't want to be going to the same place to cool off. You want to know that you're not going to see each other.
Really? I think it's silly. Anyway, did you find anything out from General Jing Yuan?
Did Helmmaster Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past, but she either dodged my questions or pretended not to hear them. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar that never fully healed. I never asked her again.
Indeed. That's probably why Yukong was never willing to fly again after the battle, and why she forbids you from flying.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that my talent makes it more likely that she'll lose me in the same way?
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Jingni. You should talk with her yourself.
You're right, Mr. Yang. But I still have something else to check first. This pass that General Jing Yuan mentioned is probably archived in the Palace of Astrum. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away. It looked like a diary.
Do you still remember where it was filed, Miss Qingni?
Vaguely, but there are so many files stored in the Skyfaring Commission. Could I ask you benefactors to look for it with me?
I feel like these probably aren't public access documents, so we probably shouldn't be touching them, but if you say so.
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files isn't a good look. I'm afraid we can only accompany you, Miss Qingni. You'll need to do the searching yourself.
We'll stand lookout and tell you if we see Yukong.
Of course. You're right. Sorry.
It seems like this device is handling some important procedures. Let's leave it alone.
I love work. I love overtime. I love work. I love overtime. I love work. I love overtime. I love work. I love overtime.
Wow, I am so sorry for you, ma'am. You need a break, and a vacation, and sleep.
Let's leave her alone.
Oh, can I help you? I know what it looks like, but I'm using Celestial Jade to improve the algorithm. I'm working, I swear.
Of course you are. I definitely believe you.
Sorry. We'll get going.
Sorry about that, man.
We can use this one. Okay. Let me see. Helm Masters, Personal Archive. Oh, I got it! Let's go take a look. It should be here. Let's see. Yes! This is Mom's diary!
Which we absolutely should not be reading.
Miss Qingni, I don't think the two of us should be reading your mother's diary.
It should be fine. This is from decades ago. For you travelers, that's more than half a lifespan.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here with Miss Qingni. I'll be waiting over there.
Welt has principles, okay? He's not gonna read someone's diary without their permission.
Fine. Is it really that big of a deal? I'm sure they're just her notes on life as a pilot.
I mean, I probably shouldn't look either.
Come on, please look at it with me. I need someone to give me some advice.
Okay, but just for the record, I said it was a bad idea. I'm doing it, but I protested.
Let's read it together. Maybe her diary holds the key to all of this.
is the meaning of this? The Helm Master's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around?
See, I told you I wasn't allowed to look at this stuff, man. It's a bad idea.
What do you have in your hands? Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for a...
Mr. Yang Ming, please, calm down. Let us explain.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yang Ming. But now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot, I'm more interested in knowing what my mom went through.
And she's definitely not interested in talking about it. So, I mean, in some ways, going behind her back to gather information to, like, just go up to her and say, I know this much, explain the rest to me, is logically sound, but, like, morally kinda eh.
I want to know what happened, how she went from ace pilot to Helm Master.
I've been here for a long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't go rummaging around. That's a bad habit.
Tell me everything. All of it.
This divine object, if I remember correctly, it's the one Madame Yukong always carries with her? I heard the war that forged this object was only won thanks to the Rainbow Arbiter's blessing. If Madame Yukong still carries objects from that pilot, then perhaps she still longs for the sky.
If Mom still longs for the sky, then why does she no longer fly?
Perhaps Tsai's passing was too much for her. You shouldn't be asking me about this. Ask your mother. Miss Tsai? I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of many. But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guangyuan couldn't match their numbers. Well, after he passed away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed up with anyone except your mother. It was tragic when Tsai died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows which flight will be their last. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away, occasionally taking them out to admire.
Wait, you sure know a lot about this?
Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember more than the Foxian pilots could ever hope to. In the end, all the ace pilots perished. The only thing I can do is to remember them and ensure they are not forgotten too soon.
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yang Ming.
Hey, I'm not done asking questions.
You're welcome. I know this is important to you. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next. I can understand your position, Qingni. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, it's an unwritten rule that subordinates should be absent when their superior's privacy is exposed. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
I'm going to take the rest of the day off and go somewhere else.
Got it.
Yeah, I have more questions, but thank you.
Hurry. Madame Yukong will be back soon. Do you have any other questions? Madame Yukong will be back soon. No, this isn't something I should read. Don't show it to me.
I just wanted to know if, you knew anything about it, but it's fine.
Yes. Just ask some other questions. Ones I can answer.
I wasn't trying to make you read it, I just wanted details around it.
My mom keeps lots of stuff in her desk. Let's have a look.
Yeah, what do you mean by keeping stuff in her desk? This is just all a computer.
That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. Lots of office staff use this desk. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first? A paper kite, personal letters, and a copy of Otherworldly Delights? So Mom likes these kinds of novels? Huh, I thought she'd prefer more heroic stuff. But what we're looking for isn't here.
We're just going in order.
There's some exhibition material, not sure if it's relevant. This is the Fallen Heroes archive. Mom stored them right next to her. Every time our pilots returned from the battlefield, my mother would tell me never to forget the cost of victory. But what we're looking for isn't here. Got it. This looks similar to Mom's diary, but it looks like it belonged to Miss Tsai.
You know, I had a feeling in the other diary when she talked about naming a child, I was like, Yukong doesn't seem like she has a partner or anything, so like, where's the dad in this situation? But if it's Sai's daughter, then that makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways, including the excessively overprotective stuff, because, you know, it's her last legacy.
So, I was adopted? And this Miss Sae was my real mother?
This is not the best way to find out that you're adopted. Oh boy.
I suppose I've always had a feeling. But now I know the truth. I feel like I'm dreaming. Don't let that child touch the sky. Is this why Mom refuses to let me become a fighter pilot? For a pilot, the most important oath before departure is the promise to bring your comrade back. Mom didn't manage to bring her comrade back. So she vowed to prevent me from setting out. Not only am I her daughter, I'm also her final promise to Sae. I never thought my dream would put Mom in such a difficult situation. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood. I understand her a lot more now. Can you come with me one more time? I want to have a proper chat with Mom.
You want me to be your emotional support. That's fine. I can stand at the side and, like, hold your hand or whatever. But, I don't want to get, like, involved, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
You're all done? Did it go smoothly?
Let's just say that your decision to not involve yourself was probably a good one.
I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We'll accompany you. We're here to help, but she and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing with your mother.
That's what I said. We're just here to hold your hand, literally or metaphorically.
It's okay. I understand. Just having you stand next to me is already a great help, benefactors. When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Let's go find her. Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Star Skiff Haven. She mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now.
On the one hand, we are in a very public space, which is not a good place for an emotional conversation. On the other hand, if you wait until you get home, she's just gonna try and avoid it, and also, we can't follow you home. That would be super weird.
I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times. No means no.
But...
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. What should I say?
Yang's like, we can't get involved in the dispute. And then he's like, I'm not gonna get involved, but you say something, please. Do we want to go straight to the... I mean...
Is that Sae's diary? How did you... I understand now. I'm sorry, Jingni. I cannot support your dream because I made a promise to someone else. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason. I'll listen to anything you have to say.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance. To float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom. Sai was like that too. We're friends since childhood. We flew star skiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the knights caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. Of course, the same could be said of yourself. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. The blood we shed bore witness to it all. The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims. System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borisan fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying star skiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
The mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day. It's crystal clear. It was the last time I spoke to Tsai. Sai? Hold on, Sai. Sai, open your eyes. Sai?
Thank you, Yukong. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Jingyi walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Jingni is waiting for you. She lost Guangyan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai! 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 When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky, pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. But all I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed up helplessly. In my dream, that was the day I died.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I'm not a little girl anymore. The road of a fighter pilot is a cruel one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. I've known for a long time you were ready, but I was not. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Sai, your father Guangyan. We were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. Do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve? Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter. I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps, and more afraid of you taking after Tsai. But if this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you, even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
Why?
Because I already touched the sky. Since assuming the role of Helm Master, it's rare that I have the chance to gaze upon the stars like this. It should be a view I tire of seeing, but it always leaves me in awe. The heavens really are boundless. Thank you. I like it. It's a shame. The stars no longer belong to me. Perhaps one day I shall feel their embrace once again. But it will undoubtedly be the day of my last flight. I will. Thank you for your invitation. I can't help but say that after arriving on the Express, I'm a little envious of your way of life. You are able to enjoy the vastness of the universe with reliable companions by your side. I hope you all cherish one another.
I don't believe that you're Kafka. Why would she send me an anonymous text message? Yeah, why are you still here? I don't really think that he has any intention of canceling the bounty. And even if they canceled the Alliance bounty, there is still the IPC bounty. He is still a very wanted man. I won't be going. Never text me again, Kafka. Alright. Suit yourself. You'll be here. Well, I mean, I did just say I would come. And she deleted her account. Cool, cool. You could report her to the seat of divine foresight. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Really? So she's still on the Xianzhou.
Can you go instead of me? Himiko has absolutely zero reason to help.
Me? I'd suggest you go yourself. Even if you don't want any more dealings with her, it's best to say that to her in person. Reading this message, it seems like she may really need your help. As a passenger of the Express, I don't want anything to do with the Stellaron Hunters. But she does have a deep connection with you. Based on her actions so far, it seems like she has no ill will towards you. If it were me seeking help from someone in a time of crisis, I'd sure hope they showed up in person. So do as you see fit. I don't think Kafka intends to do you harm.
Kafka and Blade are still on the Xianzhou? The General nearly released them outright, but that was then. If memory serves, the Xianzhou only revoked Kafka's arrest warrant. Blade is still a wanted criminal.
So, what are your thoughts?
To be honest, I can never figure out what those Stellaron hunters are up to, especially that Kafka. but my intuition tells me she won't do anything to harm you. If she's really in trouble, it'd be best to go see her.
Okay. Parental approval acquired. I'm going to go see Kafka.
Hiding out at the Divination Commission. That's a bold decision.
Sure is.
She should be around here somewhere.
Hello, Blade. I see you hiding in there.
I knew you would come.
Well, you did ask for help, and you only asked because you knew I couldn't resist. Okay, but nobody tell Don Hong I was here. He doesn't need to know.
That's Blade. Kafka says he's Mara-struck.
If we had Elio's eyes, the world would not appear as it does to you and I. There are myriad possibilities overlapping one another, representing the consequences of different choices, and in every passing moment, an infinite number of choices converge on the same point and become the present, and then become the past. So, was this your choice? To respond to my request for help?
I mean, you asked for help, I asked for permission, and everyone said, at least go and talk to her. So, I'm here, and I'm not refusing because I'm interested.
I do. Blade is in a prickly situation. On the Cienjo, you're the only one I can turn to.
Also, it would be pretty bad if he did, you know, go back into the Mara-struck state and just started rampaging again.
Being stricken with Mara is the inescapable destiny of the long-life species. It is a madness triggered by the accumulation of emotions and memories. Blade doesn't remember much, but the Mara still haunts him in some form. After we arrived on the Cienjo, the Mara in him flared up so violently that even my spirit whisper couldn't suppress it. He's not fit for interstellar travel in this state. My plan is to use Spirit Whisper to temporarily seal the Mara by reducing its potency. I need to focus all my concentration, so I'll be vulnerable for some time. I need you to protect me while I suppress Blade. I know when danger will come and what form it will take. Don't worry. Together we can do this. No harm will come to you. Now, there are wandering monsters nearby. They'll spell trouble if we let them hang around. Go take care of them. Your victory is certain.
Why such faith in my abilities, Kafka?
That felt like a time. It's good to open my eyes and see you back here.
So, what happens now?
Not fast enough. I've weakened Blade's senses to the outside world, so that he's only able to hear my voice and feel my touch. He's oblivious to everything else. I'm going to transfer his consciousness away from the Cienjo and cleanse his memories of Jingyuan, Jingliu, Insing, and your friend, Don Hong. Again, this process mustn't be interrupted, but I can answer questions before I begin. Yes, as compensation for helping me. You don't have any questions? I put you into a deep sleep and then reawakened you. Abandoned you at the space station, then lured you to the Cienjo. I owe you an explanation or two. Don't you want to know?
Oh, I definitely do want to know.
Oh, don't rush. We still have time. Think about it first and ask when you're ready. One rule, though. Please don't ask anything boring.
Well, how am I supposed to know what you find boring, Kafka?
Let's play Truth and Lies.
Oh, dang it.
It's a game I play with Silverwolf all the time. Kinda psychological. Both sides ask each other 2 questions, then give one true answer and one false answer each. So, one of my answers will be true, the other will be false. As for which is which, that's up to the asker to make the call. We don't have much time. Let's do 2 rounds to start. You ask me 2 questions, and you'll also have to answer 2 of mine. But remember, 1 truth, 1 lie.
What if both of my answers are true? Ooh. She's like, no, play the game properly.
I give you my word. I will abide by the rule of 1 truth, 1 lie.
Unless that is your lie, because that was technically a question.
I'll go first to give you a demo. Oh, don't be nervous. The first question is quite trivial. You can tell the truth or tell a lie. It's the second question where the game gets interesting. My first question is, what do you think about me?
Huh? What do I think about Kafka? How should I answer? If I tell the truth, I have to lie the next time, and vice versa. Or I could just cheat. Is that really an option?
I feel like Kafka would definitely know if I cheated. Which way do I want to play this? Man, what is she gonna ask next though?
Better to tell it like it is.
But now I have to decide. Okay, how do I feel about you, Kafka? Where's the I'm curious button? On a scale of like to dislike. I hate you, Kafka.
And there you have it. It's a pretty simple game, don't you think? You're hiding your feelings well. I'm afraid we'll have to put our game of truth and lies on pause. The Cloud Knights are here. I need you to help me get rid of them.
Just beat them up, right? Yeah, that definitely won't get back to the general at all.
That won't work, no matter how hard you try.
Okay, I just want it on the record that I tried.
This conflict is inevitable. It's destiny.
Talk to the fist. I'm not gonna threaten them. That sounds like a bad time. Wake up! The guard of recollection is stealing your memories! Oh well.
See, the future always seems like infinite possibilities, but what is destined to happen will always happen. This conflict is inevitable because the other possibilities don't exist.
I mean, it could have if you weren't standing out in the open like this.
I need to use the Spirit Whisper on Blade again, but let's play another round first. Have you thought of your question? Come to me when you're ready. I can wait. The game continues. Your turn.
So I get 2 questions, only one of which Kafka will answer truthfully, but I won't know which answer is which. What should I ask?
I mean, I am dreadfully curious about myself. What is she likely to lie about first? Who knows? I'm just gonna ask about myself.
When I came to on the space station, I remember seeing Kafka. But everything before that is a blur. Shouldn't I ask about my past?
Oh, having to pick. Ugh. Who am I, Kafka? Oh god. Man, I want to know all of these. Well, this less.
One day, Elio handed you over to me. He said that if things continued to transpire according to the future possibility he foresaw, you would eventually change me, and I would change you. In other words, you and I are each other's destiny.
Plausible, but could be a lie.
No matter what she says, she looks like she's got something up her sleeve. I can't tell what's true and what isn't.
I see the look on your face. Don't bother asking. I can't tell you if an answer is true or not. Make your best guess and choose your next question based on my answer. That's the beauty of the game. I hope your next question proves interesting. The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, you could count them on your fingers. Every question and answer is constrained by previous choices. The future is like a labyrinth. Every divergence is merely an inducement. There is only one real path.
Are you sure you don't follow the Eon of Nihility? I mean, she can do whatever she wants.
No, but what is predetermined is the future that has value. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Soon we will face another battle. Can you change that possibility?
Well, are you gonna hide so that the knights can't immediately see you and see through all of my lies?
Oh.
That's right, I didn't fight anybody.
That's the second time you've evaded the possibility of a battle. You really do want to change my prediction, don't you? But the future is still clear. The real test lies ahead. The young swordmaster of the Cloud Knights. He will not be an easy foe.
Wait, are you telling me Yenching's coming? Oh man.
Until then, let's continue our game. It's my turn again.
You sound like you're having fun.
Second question. Do you want to see me again?
What kind of question is that? Will we see each other again? She'd know the answer to that one.
It's do I want to, not will I, because I will, but will I be happy about it?
As for whether I want to, seems obvious to me. I guess I do want to see her again. So, my answer is...
Don't laugh at me, Kafka.
Okay, I'm done asking. What a surprise. I can't see through you. Partly. For me, the truth, or lack thereof, is not what matters in this game. It's your turn to ask a question. Come see me when you're ready. This is your last question. Surprise me.
I don't know if Kafka was telling the truth in the previous question, but one thing's certain. For this question, she'll have to answer according to the rules. Should I venture into a whole new topic?
Interesting. What topic would that be? I can't back out if I commit to that. Interesting. Something completely unrelated to the last question. Or something very related to the last question. Nah, I want to see how her two theories mesh up about me. I can't help it. I gotta do it.
When I came to on the space station, I remember seeing Kafka. But everything before that is a blur. Shouldn't I ask about my past?
You? At first, you were a being, accidentally created by an Eon, with a body, but no soul. Elio guided me to you, and you were given a soul.
So either way, in both scenarios, Elio sought me out.
There's nothing to say about your past. You only remember me because I was the one with you when your soul was born. And that's all there is to it.
Interesting.
Stellaron hunters. The General was merciful enough to let you live, but you haven't shown the slightest bit of gratitude.
Oh, he is here. Yenching, please don't arrest me. Please?
Why are you here?
It's complicated.
Because she was struck by my spirit whisper. My powers of suggestion are capable of convincing people to accept my orders, all without a second thought.
But don't make that face, she's covering for us, it's fine.
Defeat this little boy and your mission is over.
I'm sorry about this, Yenching.
You witch!
If it weren't for you, that kid would have had me and Blade in the shackling prison in no time.
He's one tough cookie, that's for sure.
Of course, Sam and Silverwolf would have broken us out, but Blady would have been gravely injured, and our relationship with the Xianzhou would have been damaged beyond repair. If possible, I'd like to avoid that kind of future at all costs.
Can I leave now?
That depends. Are you feeling better yet?
Yes. The Mara in you is temporarily suppressed. So long as you avoid overstimulation and familiar faces, you shouldn't have a problem. Wait. You're not leaving?
I am sorry, Kafka. There is a person to whom I am greatly indebted. I must see them.
Blade, we just said no familiar faces. If there's someone you're indebted to, that's a familiar face.
Then it's in your hands. Elio didn't say anything about what happens next. Thank you for coming to my aid. I appreciate it. Our paths will cross again.
Oh, I don't doubt that. What?
I remember you.
Well, I don't remember you. I mean, I remember you jumping off the edge of that platform with Kafka, but I think that's the only time we've met.
You once followed Kafka, didn't you? There was a time when she was on a mission. You were next to her. I remember.
Ah, you're confirming the truth and the lies. Kafka, you fucked up. You left Blade here to talk to me. I understand which one is true, and which one is the lie.
I've yet to see anyone follow her for as long as you did, and live to tell the tale.
This was very fascinating. Thank you, Blade.
Every Stellaron hunter has a deal with Elio. I do not know the nature of those deals, but I do know that Kafka and I agreed to take orders from Elio. She must have sought something extraordinary. Everything she does comes at a great cost. She will have done many things to keep you alive until now, young one.